and welcome back to A Better Quesnel. My name is Donna, and I am going to be sharing with you today an amazing cheesecake recipe that is dairy-free. And so often we think of cheesecake that is made with lots of rich ingredients, and so often can make us feel really full after we have a piece. I know that is one of my husband's favorite desserts is cheesecake, but so often after he has one piece, he feels very, very full. So I'm excited to share with you my no-bake blueberry cheesecake, and it is from get.planted.recipes. So my daughter just had a birthday, and she asked me to prepare a birthday cake that wasn't traditional and that didn't have any dairy products or animal products in it. So I made this, and I was so excited as to how it turned out, and I really want to share it with you. So the crust is going to be made with 2 cups of raw almonds, which are an amazing attribute to your diet. They are high in calcium and lots of protein, and there are complex carbohydrates, so your blood sugar is really stays on a level keel when you eat it. Also, a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt and 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. And again, maple syrup is really high in antioxidants, and it is a really nice addition to your diet as well. So we're going to put this in the food processor. And if you don't have a food processor, you can absolutely use a blender as well. I like my food processor to use it for certain things because it seems to just have more room, and it has a stronger ability to make certain things. So it's going to get a little bit noisy. And then I'm just going to push the sides down, because so often when you use maple syrup it's really sticky and your ingredients can stick to the sides. So you blend that up until all the ingredients start sticking together for a great crust. And when you use the food processor and the ingredients start sticking to the sides, you know that it is almost ready. So one more time. All right, we are ready to put our crust together. So I'm just going to move the food processor off to the side. And then you just take little spoonfuls, you put them into your muffin tins. You just take your fingers and you start making your crust. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it all in to each of the muffin tins, and you don't have to oil your muffin tins at all, because this cheesecake is just going to be put in your freezer. So you don't have to worry about the crust sticking to the sides. And it is a really fast way of making a really delicious crust. So we're just going to continue filling up the tins. And this recipe makes 12 little cheesecakes. So if you are having company over for dinner, if you're having children over for a play date, and they don't have any nut allergies, this is absolutely a wonderful little treat for them. So we're just going to continue pushing the crust down like this. And if you find it gets sticky, just wet your hands, just wet your fingers down. And so that is your crust for your cheesecake. So I'm just going to set that off to the side. And then we are going to make our actual cheesecake filling. And I'm going to use my blender for that, because my Vitamix blender just is a little bit stronger for making the creamy mixture. And if you don't have a Vitamix blender, please don't worry. They are a wonderful investment, though, I have to show. I've had my mixer for, oh gosh, over 10 years now. And I use it once, sometimes twice a day. So we're gonna bring up our filling. Now the cashews, it calls for 2 cups of soaked cashews. So I have soaked my cashews for about an hour and a half. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the cashews with the water into the blender. And then we're gonna add half a cup of coconut cream. But before I take it out of the can, I wanted to show you, I purchased this at Walmart. And the coconut cream is very, very thick. So it won't come out of the can unless you take it out. So I'm just gonna add a half a cup of coconut cream, and it's a really nice addition to this recipe as well. So we're going to add coconut cream, and then we're going to add a half a cup again of maple syrup. And maple syrup is not a refined sugar, so when you eat it, you're getting all the antioxidants and vitamins that it provides. So again, it's a nice way of sweetening your desserts. A quarter cup of lemon juice. And then also 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So we're gonna blend that up till it's nice and creamy. Here we go. All right, and the reason you soak your cashews is because you want that added creamy mixture. So look at how nice and creamy that cashew cheesecake mixture is. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill the cups about half full. So each one of them is gonna be filled up. Now the benefits of raw cashews, you can buy roasted cashews or raw, and every recipe is different because of the flavor you want. But the raw cashews are very low in sugar, and they're rich in fiber, and they're plant protein, so lots of protein in cashews. They're also a good source of copper and magnesium. And also, they're great for energy, to give us energy too. So I have filled them up, about half full. And then you're just gonna move them around, just like this. Now we are going to make our blueberry topping. So I'm taking a cup of blueberries, gonna add it to the remaining cashew mixture, and watch the magic happen. And now we're gonna make our final topping. So then you just take the blueberry topping and you put it on top, and you fill your muffin tins. You can fill your muffin tins right to the top. And of course, blueberries are rich in color, lots of antioxidants, and this time of year in the summertime, it's so wonderful because we're blessed to be able to get amazing blueberries. I just purchased, about a month ago, I just purchased 2 flats from Abbotsford, and they were big and beautiful and sweet, and you know that you're eating a good food. All right, so then you take those, just give it a little swirl, and then you just put some added blueberries on top, and then you put them in the freezer for about 3 hours, and then you bring them out, and what I do is I just score them with a knife. So you just go around and gently lift them out like this. And it was so nice on my daughter's birthday because instead of having a regular birthday cake, we had one of these. So this is the finished product. Beautiful little cupcake, and inside, oh, just nice and rich, and so good, so good. So please try these blueberry cheesecakes, non-dairy, no refined sugar in them, lots of protein, and just a wonderful way to celebrate any occasion. So thank you, and we'll see you again soon.